Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any of those little hypes, please consider using it on the channel. So guys, you're not going to believe it. It is like November and I am sweating. It's like, I mean, I know it's menopause, but it's like 72 degrees. No, I'm just looking so forward to wearing my sweaters, and I think after Thanksgiving, it's supposed to get a little cooler so I can wear my sweaters again instead of still dressing like it's summertime. But guys, we have got Gypsy and Bree on a live, and we've got yet another story. So I've got it screen recorded, and I thought that we could listen to it together because that way we can kind of break it up into sections. Because I realize listening to these people really give you a headache. So we're going to try this like this, and that way I'll give my commentary throughout the video. And hopefully it'll be a little bit easier on your ears. So let's see. Let me bring this thing up here and we'll listen to it. Here we go.
Clinic notes, wristbands, paper in my drafts, and I probably won't even make it. But it was more of like, okay, so, oops, sorry.
And guys, I got this from GRB Snark from Level Cardiologist over there. And let me tell you, they did speed it up a little bit. So that way it's not going to take us as long to listen. So
Dee Dee loved medical props. She hoarded things like syringes, hospital forms, clinic notes, wristbands, papers with fake diagnoses on it that Gypsy didn't even have, old discharge papers, blank forms. Literally, she has so many blank forms that have nothing in it, just blank forms.
But wouldn't she keep, well, first of all, she was a diabetic, so maybe she had syringes for that. Also, the feeding tube would have to be cleaned out. So that could be it. And yeah, I could see her saving some of the forms from when she was in the hospital or something like that, because that way she can put it in her notes. Maybe. But it's awfully funny that Bree is talking like she knows, like she knew Dee Dee at this time. I just think that's really odd.
Outdated prescription sheets, outdated prescriptions, empty prescriptions. Literally like that. She lived for that shit. Okay, organized and binding for fake medical history. Yeah, literally that's one of the things I wrote, Sheena.
It's like a novelty of it.
One of the things I wrote on here, actually, I have it up here somewhere. Let me see. Where's it at?
You couldn't think of the words, but I was thinking that. I bet that's what she's thinking in my head because
yeah, I literally wrote that too. Watch, I put
because birds of a feather, right? Birds of a feather.
Medical props equals power for Dee Dee. Dee Dee collected medical papers and all things medical, like a person collects souvenirs or pictures or fucking rocks. I don't know, whatever the fucking collects, stamps, whatever. She hoarded all that shit, and a blank prescription pad would be like, oh, she like it, like authoritative, or something.
Again, let's blame Dee Dee for the prescription pad. Whenever we know for a fact that Gypsy has sticky fingers and she is actually a thief. And she's admitted she's a thief right on the stand.
She shouldn't have, which she also was known for doing that. She literally had 10 warrants in Louisiana for credit card fraud and stealing people's checks. And there was a woman that Gypsy and her lived with that they found out, the daughter of this woman, I had the records on that here. It was one of the things I brought from Gypsy's house. She literally was trying to open up credit cards in this woman's name. So yeah.
Nobody ever said Dee Dee was a saint. Nobody ever said that. But yet again, during that time, where was your deadbeat dad, Gypsy? Because he wasn't paying child support back then. Where was your deadbeat dad? I forgot, raising another family.
I believe just having it made her feel powerful. It made her look like she had more authority than she did, like to herself, She carried around these giant binders with all her appointments and with all her fake ass shit up in it.
She did have a sick child. She did. Gypsy was sick. So she kept everything together so that when she would go to the doctor, she could show what she had. why is that weird? Why is that weird? Because she was organized when she went to the doctor? That is weird? I tell you what's weird, and that's murdering your mom. That's what's weird.
I mean, Dee Dee spent a lot of time correcting doctors, even though she had been told by many other doctors.
How do you know, Bree? Were you there? Were you there, Bree? How do you know that she corrected doctors? Were you there?
That she was wrong about things, or that Gypsy doesn't have this because she wasn't told in that way. But hold on. She recited these meds from her memory. She demanded procedures.
Again, were you there, Bree? Were you there? How do you know that this happened? How do you know this happened? You don't. You're getting this information from a liar, from a self-proclaimed liar and thief. That's who you're getting this information from. You are sick. I guess what people will do to get their drugs.
She talked like a medical professional, and she worked in the medical field, so a lot of this came from the knowledge of that. Let's see what else I wrote. I put even if she never wrote on it, she could use it to show it to someone to look like official. She could use it as paperwork to impress. Like when I say,
so what you're saying is you're guessing. You're guessing. You're trying to come up with something because this prescription pad is not it's not a flex like Gypsy thought it was going to be. It's not a flex. And now you're trying to come up with anything to kind of back up your murderer bestie, right?
impress, I mean like charity workers, or she could have filled out ones, we don't know that, and used it as.
So why are you saying it? You just admitted you don't know that. So why are you saying it?
Like to show neighbors or friends, or that's all we fucking know, like her chemo shit. I'm not saying she did, but I'm thinking of all different things she could have been like, this is for your chemo medication, even though it's really not. I'm not saying she did that, but there's so many different things. It gave her power, even if not with the.
Yeah, Bree, you're saying you don't know that she did that. This is all you are alleging. You keep saying you don't know that she did this, but you're over here saying it.
Doctors or at the pharmacy, even within her own home self, her own community. She can flash it at appointments, showing recent orders. Like say she was going, she doctor shopped. She could have.
No, Dee Dee never doctor shopped. She didn't doctor shop. That's already been proven that Dee Dee did not doctor shop.
She could have wrote one and scanned it with a different date on it and been like, this is one of the prescriptions she's had. This is something she's been on, because she actually was prescribed to multiple different seizure medications. And I don't know if y'all know this, but she was getting medications, the same medications from multiple different pharmacies. And that's why she was.
No. Fancy has already debunked this because Fancy has got the binder with all the medications from the pharmacy. So that's already been debunked by Fancy.
Stockpiling that shit.
Very true.
So she's stockpiling it. That means Gypsy wasn't taking it. Gypsy, nobody was taking it. She was stockpiling inhalers.
True. Bree, I've got a quick question for you that maybe you could help me understand. But the post that I put with pictures of me when I was little that I had posted yesterday or whatever. Some people in my comments are trying to say that I had leukemia. Like they're like, you had leukemia. Bree, I never had leukemia. Like what?
That's a fan.
But all of a sudden, Gypsy knows what she had. But yet, was it 2 weeks ago? She said she really don't remember. She don't remember any of this because she has 2 different memories of everything. But all of a sudden, you're remembering this, right? What should we believe? Should we believe that now you remember? Or should we believe what you said 2 weeks ago, that you've got 2 or 3 different memories of the same thing?
That's a fancy story.
Girl, your mom said you had leukemia when you were 5 years old.
Yeah, but there's no what?
To doctors.
Well, and guys, if you remember, Becca talked about this, and she did have a type, something was wrong with her blood, and it goes with her chromosome deletion. I'm not going to talk much on that, but if you go check out Fancy's website, she has that down, and I think even Becca has spoke on this.
said that, but to other, that's what a lot of people don't realize is that your mom told different people different things. Like the people that you are
Just like Gypsy. Gypsy tells different people different things. Hey, like mother, like daughter.
around, like in Missouri, you thought you had cancer. Your doctors thought you had it when you were 5, and your family back at home, who the fuck knows what they thought?
They probably know.
Back home, you were 5. You were still in Louisiana. You were still in Louisiana. If they knew you didn't need this, where was your dad? Why didn't your dad come to save you?
Knew the truth, like my aunts and uncles on my mom's side and everybody, like they knew that I didn't have cancer. And so like that's what I was wondering is like, where is that even coming from that they're saying this? And I know like in the history and physical medical records, you know, whenever you go for a pre-op, they ask you your history and physical, you know, they take your vitals and all. Well, all that they have in like the medical records that even states leukemia or cancer is what my mom told the doctors. Yeah. There's no test results. I was on no medication for cancer, chemo, or any other kind of cancer. Like where they, you know, I was just like, where is this even coming from that you're so like, you had cancer, you had leukemia? Like, no, I didn't. Like, what?
But Gypsy, you yourself said that you haven't looked at your own medical records because you don't understand it. And you wish you had somebody that could read your medical records to you. Do you even remember saying that? Because Becca said that she would help you understand them. Becca said that she would help you understand what your medical record says. But all of a sudden now you know. I mean, it's one thing you lie and lie and lie. And you're saying that Dee Dee actually told different people different things, but Gypsy, you do the same thing. And there's creators out here that has shown you doing that. You're ridiculous.
She's wrong about a lot of things, just like she said the first time you ever shaved your head was that stupid fucking picture of you in the sink. When we know we found the picture, you found the picture of when you first shaved your head, and it was at an event before Katrina. She also said that she also was wrong tonight on a live about Habitat for Humanity. She said that
Bree, I know the haters are going to correct you or call you out on this. You said I shaved my head. They're going to flip that.
Oh God, no. Well, you know what I mean? Like you should, like the first time you shaved your head, meaning the first time you got it shaved. Mm-hmm. Should I show the picture of?
Oh my God, guys, that is just ridiculous. And what is so funny about this? Didn't Bree say that she wasn't going to talk about the Gypsy case anymore? She wasn't going to talk about it anymore. But here she is with Gypsy because Gypsy made a fool out of herself when she showed this stupid prescription pad, which I'm believing is now becoming debunked. And especially with the whole thing with Fancy and Christy. The whole thing is weird. The whole thing is weird. Guys, tell me what you think about these new lies and allegations that are coming out. I mean, this is just weird. Just weird. And it's so funny how Gypsy actually accuses Dee Dee of doing what she does, changing the narrative. Guys, I love you very much. I'm thinking about going live early this afternoon. I will let you know. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.